Hello. I didn't prepare any words here, but I just thought I'd talk to the people here. My family and I are here together to support you guys. I'll tell a bit of a story about the process of getting involved and kind of taking to the streets, because as parents of kids with autism, that's what we were faced with. No other option but to take to the streets. And so the first protest I ever attended in my life was the one outside Amy Fee's office on an insanely cold day. And it was just a mixture of alternating between crying and then feeling just absolutely sustained by the presence of other people. And that's the big reason why we're here today. And another thing that happened, at least to me, and the messages I've been sharing with anyone who will listen to me, is that it's not about my son. It's about all the people that came before us and had to do this and be out here showing a presence to the people that will hopefully listen, all those people that came before us, because I have an aunt and uncle who are still raising 2 kids with autism, and that was my first introduction to what it was, and it seemed very foreign to me, and unless it touches your life directly, it's impossible to know all the challenges of it. But I know that they were instrumental in getting us to this point, and I know that we're wildly unhappy with where we are, but we're part of a process that gets us to the next point. And I don't know if this ends well for us, at least in the short term, but I know we don't go away, and we don't stop, and we don't quit. And it's not going away in our lives, and it certainly won't go away in the people who make decisions. As an educator, so I'm a vice principal at a private school, and then my wife's a teacher, her brother-in-law is a teacher. What's been striking to us is we're hearing the stories of parents who, as we face that cliff that felt like it was on April 1st, which was just terrifying, the short amount of time to adjust to massive changes in all of our lives. But then as an educator, we were hearing these stories of how the educational system was just simply going to fail kids like my son by not being ready for it, not being able to provide the services that they need. And for us, ABA, and my son goes out to Bit Kids in Kitchener, and they're just fantastic. But that's his school. That's the place where he's learned to navigate the days that he spends at Holy Trinity. Those are the people who have given him a voice, taught him to talk, taught him to be the little guy that just came from playing in a park and met a stranger and made friends. And I'm sitting there and taking a step back saying, none of that is possible without the help of all the people that have been in our lives. And it has been so incredibly challenging, but I know my wife and I wouldn't change anything about it because of how it has made us better human beings, more empathetic, and willing to come out here. And every time we've kind of come to one of these events, I look around and say, in reality, none of us want to be here. This is not what anyone really wants to be doing on a Friday evening with their family, but it's what we're doing, and because of you guys. And I don't think I know anyone here, but to see the pictures of people just giving away their time, and as parents, that is so limited, and we have so much on our plate, but we still find that generosity to give and give and give and help. And it would really just be lovely if the people who are in power would see how generous we are with our time and our energy, and then the sacrifices we make financially and all those things, that it's really hard to watch, how they just in some ways seem to not care. So it's nice to see all of us out tonight, and I think that's what we have to do, is take care of each other, because I know this has been remarkably stressful for our family over the past 6 weeks, and it's been an absolute roller coaster. And you can't forget the importance to just take care of each other and yourself, and know that we're part of a continuum that's going to land this. When we started this, you have to remain hopeful that this ultimately lands with a program that serves kids the way they should be served, that doesn't put families in a position where you're thinking, oh, should I just financially collapse our entire future for the now? And no one should be put in that position. So I just came here to say thank you in all the little ways you've been sustaining us, our family. Thank you to my family. I have to say, and I always have to, I tell this part of it, I have to say thank you to my wife. I'm the one who's speaking now, but she is the one that carried us through those really scary times of the beginning of like, hey, something's up. And of course, as the guy, I go, well, we'll just wait. It'll be okay. But that mother's intuition is always right. And I thank my wife immense forever for that. So, and I thank you guys. So thanks for putting on this event so we could just come out and see each other's faces and spend a little time together. And let's just keep pressing, keep pushing in whatever way you can. We'll get there because we don't have a choice.